Morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Morning Hundoke. To start off, let's offer a greeting, a bow to our heavenly parents and true parents. 전진 참부모님께 경배. 바로. And today we'll be reading Family Pledge number 4. 사. 초연국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 찬조 이상이 존중된 가정을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. Our family, the owner of Chonoguk, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is the heavenly parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. And today, to open us up in prayer, I'd like to ask Misayo-san, Misayo Bien, could you open us up in prayer?
Thank you. Morning. This is Jeremy Player. Heavenly Parent, true parent of all mankind, we are so grateful this beautiful day that to start with our precious brothers and sisters. Father, we're so grateful today, especially today is 41 years anniversary of 2075 blessing couple. We're so grateful that we're blessed that day 41 years ago. So we came that much far until now. We're so grateful that our precious brothers and sisters still, Father, from the line of our providence and really doing your will. We're so grateful that true parent and the true mother is still on the earth. We're so grateful that we can read this special time in history that our true mother and our Messiah, or only begotten daughter, they're still on the earth. So grateful that we live in this time, especially this last over the your providence, and then really to persistently to this true mother, she's on the earth. And we're so grateful we're living here in this time. 41 years ago, living God was with us, and then same God, Father, still here together with us. Thank you so much for your guidance. And Father, cannot find how much that you are really loving us, how much we are, each one of us, and blessed many ways. Of course, our life of faith, sometimes at something down. Father, caring for, especially for each one of us, Father. Thank you so much that this special, Father, morning devotion, that we can learn deeply through Mother, her heart, and her learning to us through this memoir. Thank you so much, Father. It's just so humble, but really we're so grateful this day and be together with our precious brothers and sisters to start this day with this special meeting. I really want to offer this humble prayer with my new Messiah being blessed to the family. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you, Messiah-san. Thank you. All right, so we're going to do a relatively quick exercise. Some of you may know this song, so we're gonna do some twisting. Okay, everyone, you can stand up. You can start by clapping. All right, so let's twist. And go the other way. Okay, let's do it from the neck. And then go the other way. Rotate it. The other way. Alright, let's go to the front. Let's take key. Alright, go around. Okay, one more time. Trying to do this. Up. Press it. Out. Alright, let's go sideways. And sideways. Alright. So we're good for now. We're gonna jump straight into our gratitude sharing. Please take a moment to think about what you are grateful for. Share with whoever you're paired up in the breakout with, then be back to hear one or two shares. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you all had a wonderful sharing the breakout. I'd like to first call on Don Kuahara. Don Kuahara to share with us his gratitude point. Don Kuahara.
Good morning, everyone. Just one point I mentioned, happy 41st anniversary. All the 2075 blessings at Madison Square Garden in 1982. So very grateful to God, and very grateful for true parents. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Don. We're going to call another Don, but this Don comes with a big family, Donald Lalonde and the Lalonde family, to share with us their gratitude point this morning.
Good morning and happy Canada Day.
Good morning.
We're celebrating Canada Day today also. But I'd just like to share again with my brother Don how important the 41 anniversary blessing was. That's my spiritual parents' anniversary. And what you see here is because of our two parents, their sacrifice, and then our spiritual parents. You know, my spiritual parents witnessed us in 1997 for me. And because of their sacrifice and because of their love, because of true parents, we can be here this morning celebrating this special day. I was also listening to Godable this morning, and I've been talking about Father when he was in prison. And true Father was in prison, and even to that point, he sacrificed so much for us. And when he's sharing his story, he's not sharing it because he wants to be, how great I am. It's because he never wavered. He never wavered. Because he never wavered, that couple were able to bring so much joy to so many families. And this morning, I'm so grateful for that. So I just wish I could do more. And I think that my kids are now understanding their portion of responsibility. And they're investing also. And for me, that's, they'll do a lot more than we will do. But so anyways, for everybody celebrating the 41st anniversary, we love you. We hope you can continue to love our true parents also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Rose.
Oh. Yes, good morning. Yes, my appreciation is goes to my granddaughter. She will be 5 years old. And just at the moment they came here in Canada 4 days ago, and they're always with me, asking for helping me, serving and offer help always with me and helping me for cooking and washing dishes and everything like we do. And even to the point mopping the floor and everything. It's only 5 years, not even 5 years old. And I realized this morning, I said, why does my granddaughter is only not even 5 years old? She's always helping with the heart of always serving. And then I realized my daughter, which is her mom, she was only 5 years old when the time that she's always helping me, whatever I do. So that's why really she has a kind of heart of always serving, and then not even complaining at all. And then that's my appreciation. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Kathy is very hardworking, that I know. Jeanette, would you like to hear?
Oh, sure. I was just saying how grateful I am to have a big family, and that's thanks to my parents who, created this huge family.
Go ahead. Can't unmute. Let's see. Okay, I think that we're having some technical problems here, but It was great. Jeanette really loves her family. They went to some kind of marketplace and they were dancing on the streets with their entire family. Collecting the true Lalonde style. So that was your gratitude, being themselves, being able to sort of relish in their tradition and culture as a happy family. And congratulations, happy Canada Day. I heard somebody discovered Canada today. They looked up and there was something. And today we have Canada. Amazing. All right, so now we're gonna go into our morning hundoke. Our morning hundoke, learning True Mother's life course. Also, Mother shares a lot about what true parents have done that hasn't been told so far. And so, yeah, let's open up our hearts and mind to learn more about our true mother.
Welcome to Mother of Peace, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. A memoir by Hak Jahan Moon, a production of the Washington Times Global Media Group, narrated by Alison Hiroto. Chapter 6, Creating the Road to One World. One street, one global neighborhood. On the southern Japanese island of Kyushu, there is a small port city named Karatsu. This city on the shores of the Korea Strait is famous for the pottery that bears its name. Karatsu pottery was originally created by Korean potters. During the 1980s, key members visited this city several times on our behalf to develop an international project. Karatsu was the launching site for an initiative that my husband had announced at our international conference on the unity of the sciences in the autumn of 1981, the construction of an international peace highway circumscribing the globe. The vision is for a high-speed transportation artery linking the entire globe. On the day of its completion, much of our world will become one village, linked by one road. The process of constructing the highway itself provides the world's peoples and governments a common purpose. The transnational lines of commerce and recreation that open up will stimulate inter-ethnic exchange of culture and goods and draw us to live in harmony as neighbors. That highway would pass through a tunnel connecting Korea's Busan with Karatsu, and there, in 1986, we commenced a pilot tunnel construction. I had long been interested in visiting the site. Finally, in 2016, I had the opportunity to go and see it. During my visit, I renewed our movement's commitment to the Peace Highway. I believe that the world's peoples are ready for this, and that the time is ripe for launching the project based upon a global plan. To tell this story to the world, from the streets to the Senate buildings, I had already created an affiliated project, Peace Road. It consists of public activism publicizing the international highway, and it has turned into a global movement for peace. I'll share more about Peace Road later. Regarding construction, the biggest challenges are those of crossing the spans of ocean that separate Alaska from Russia and Korea from Japan. The divides between those territories are both physical and spiritual, and the joint commitment to building a road uniting them will represent important steps towards peace for the human race. Of course, it is not an easy task. Since the dawn of human history, there has been no greater engineering and social challenge. Yet I know that it is possible, and that it represents the ultimate task that must be accomplished in our era, the harmonious cooperation of all peoples and governments. Attitudes that persist based on the tormented history between Korea and Japan are a huge obstacle, and they give rise to opposition to the tunnel. But we have to forgive, forget, and set our minds on the positive outcomes. An undersea tunnel connecting Busan in Korea with Karatsu in Japan will boost our respective abilities to contribute to the global economy. The anchor cities of Karatsu and Busan will become hubs for global trade, linking the Eurasian continent to the Pacific region. The tunnel will unite these two nations' cultural assets, both traditional and cutting edge, for global tourism. Most importantly, its construction will plant the roots of peace in Asia, and cooperation between these two countries will serve as a model for heaven healing the wounds of conflict and hostility felt in nations and among peoples throughout the world. The reality is, however, that these two nations pursue their own interests. I encourage their leaders to think about England and France, who waged wars against each other for a century, yet joined hands to build the Channel Tunnel that connects them together. If the Korean and Japanese peoples open their hearts and accomplish genuine forgiveness and reconciliation, we will see the Korea-Japan Peace Tunnel built in our time. This tunnel will not just symbolize, but realize humanity's future based not on fear, but on hope. My husband and I therefore prayed that constructing this tunnel as part of the Peace Highway would create a low-pressure area on the Korean peninsula, into which the high-pressure areas surrounding the peninsula to the east and west would converge to bring unity on the peninsula. Looking at a map with a motherly heart, I feel as if the island and continent long for each other, and the peninsula is where they meet. The second major challenge for the International Peace Highway is that of crossing the Bering Strait between Russia and the United States. That location will prove to be even more challenging than the Korea Strait. The Bering Strait once represented the ideological divide between the democratic and communist camps as the United States and Russia grappled with each other. Connecting these two nations is a vital step toward global peace and unification. I want everyone to be able to travel the International Peace Highway by car or even bicycle from Cape Town to Santiago, from London to New York. I want taking a trip with your sweetheart through any country around the world to be as easy as visiting your hometown. One end of the highway will be the Cape of Good Hope at the southern tip of Africa. The other end will be Cape Horn at the southern tip of South America. It will cross the Bering Strait to link the African continent and Eurasia with the Americas. From the perspective of this highway, Korea will be the midpoint. By heaven's grace, the birthplace of the true parents, for whom humankind has long awaited, will be at the very center. Many people question how we can accomplish such a formidable task. Yet history shows that all great achievements have come amid difficulties. If it is the will of God, there must be a way. We already have the engineering prowess to construct a bridge tunnel complex spanning the Bering Strait. Concerning the cost, we need to put it in perspective. Compared to the money that the world is investing in wars that do nothing but destroy nations and people, the cost of a bridge tunnel constructed for the sake of peace is insignificant. Nations and movements sacrifice lives and resources following the logic of power, a foolish and ineffective way to resolve perceived injustice or settle disputes. Our Heavenly Parent is showing us the path of true peace. As the book of Isaiah says, now is the time to beat our swords into plowshares. I have mentioned the Peace Road project. It consists of events in which people of all ages and nationalities, wearing Peace Road t-shirts and carrying a Peace Road flag, ride bicycles or walk to show their support for our proposed International Peace Highway. Their path ends at local government centers where officials and social and religious leaders speak at rallies, publicly announcing their support for the initiative and stimulating publicity in local media. Leaders and citizens of many countries, including members of the International Association of Parliamentarians for Peace, have welcomed the Peace Road movement. In 2015, People in more than 120 countries participated. Altogether, the peace riders that year symbolically traversed the world in 93 days. Bold love breaks an iron curtain. With the coming of the year 1990, people were feeling hopeful that the world might truly change. I would hear one person saying, "The term Cold War will soon no longer be heard," and another responding, "That may be your hope, but the Soviet Union is holding on, and communism is gaining power in many countries. Peace cannot be so easily achieved." They would agree on one point: it won't be easy. In the late 1980s, with American conservatism on the rise, the Solidarity movement generating success in Poland, and glasnost and perestroika progressing in Russia, the world was entering an era of reconciliation, at least on a superficial level. But at the same time, Moscow-directed insurgencies were building momentum in Africa, Asia, and Central America. Moscow had succeeded in forcing the United States to pull out of Vietnam, allowing communism to run rampant there, and in the killing fields of Cambodia. Marxists were still bent on their ambition to communize the entire world. At that time, my husband and I sponsored the World Media Association fact-finding tours, taking Western journalists to see firsthand the conditions in the Soviet Union and other communist states. Informing journalists with indisputable facts was an effective step toward ending the Cold War. Besides taking the blinders off these journalists' eyes, the tours generated positive relations with Russian media. In addition, we welcomed the teams from communist countries during the 1988 Seoul Olympics, serving them with Korean food and gifts. On that foundation, my husband and I decided to go to Moscow to meet President Mikhail Gorbachev.
Thank you for listening to Godable. Visit motherofpeacebook.com to purchase the complete audiobook. Godable is made possible by listeners like you. To donate, visit godable.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, to share a brief reflection on this, I'd like to call on the assistant pastor of New Jersey Family Church, Pastor Atsushi Takino.
Good morning. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Happy 41st year's anniversary 2075 blessing couple. Yay! Wow. I remember I was 17, high school, and I watched that, the blessing ceremony. I thought that was crazy. At that I remember, oh, this is the cult religious group, and they are actually, everybody, they are actually stupid or something. I'm so sorry, but that was my high school age. Then we had discussed, with friends, actually, what's going on, or why we discussed, but not positive way, negative way at that time. But amazing, that the 2075 couple, you are the leader, leading the American Providence. I really appreciate. Without your couple, American Providence, true father, true mother, not stood up as a Messiah, as a true parents in America. And today, the couple days, actually remind one song to me. God bless America, land that I love. That keeps, remind myself, in my heart, I really like to sing a song together, tomorrow, not right now. Yeah, but really, God bless America. Yeah. So today, what stood out today is actually the sincere devotion move the heart of God. Sincere devotion move the heart of people, and the sincere devotion never disappear. Once we said, actually, I didn't know, and I didn't understand the role and the responsibility of the ICAS, International Conference on the Unity of the Science, for building one global family under God. True Mother talk about God-centered culture, God-centered science and technology to solve the many problems in the world. And True Father had already announced the Korea and Japan undersea tunnel and the International Peace Highway project at ICAS conference in 1981. I thought these projects should lead by government, not a non-government organization. Because this is a global level or national level, money-wise or political-wise. The national government should lead that. However, I realize always people who has a heart and passion, these people actually move in the heart of the government, heart of the leaders. Somebody should propose and initiate such a global level project. These people are chosen people, strong vision and commitment. Those people who have clear vision for higher purpose never give up. And no matter how many times they fail or fall, they stood up again, challenge again and again until realize their vision or dream. So they don't stop, even they have many obstacles. That I see not through only True Father or True Mother. Many people who realize their dream, like say very similar situation. And True Mother was focusing many projects continue, and we are thinking of those projects initiated by True Father, because True Father you always usually announce. However, I think the same time True Mother also thinking of those projects because she has clear vision and the purpose for those projects, not just following or because my husband did it, then I have to finish that. Because she also clearly understanding what's the meaning for God's providence. That's why she can continue to develop or until complete the project, like a Sanhak Peace Prize, like a Chongwon-gun, or a Peace Road. I watched this global news. They talk about the Peace Road this time. So to realize True Parents project, True Parents need members who can trust True Parents and dedicate their life, even they don't feel their project not mainstream. They don't discourage. Those people actually keep their True Parents project. Then eventually, True Parents need their project for the building of the Chonil Group, one family under God. So sincere devotion never disappear. God showing us the path for the will of God. That's my highlight today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Takino-san. Thank you. Now we're going to go into breakouts to share anything that came up for you during today's morning Hondoke and share with whoever you paired up with, and we'll be back to hear from one or two people. See you all soon. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful sharing in your breakout. I'd like to first call on Reverend Thomas Corley to share with us his reflection from today's morning Handoke.
Okay, you can hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was in a room with Resrud and Bruce Clark. And anyway, I've often thought about the concept of the tunnel between Korea and Japan, and also from Alaska to Russia. And I was just saying that it's the spiritual leaders or religious leaders, in one sense, a responsibility to cast the vision for the future. And I've always kind of looked at that effort to build a tunnel in Japan as just that, as casting the vision for the future. Although Father announced it in 1981, and we have, made a little beginning to a tunnel, but without, of course, the government support of Korea and Japan, it could never really come into being. But the vision is still there, the hope is still there, and the same with the link between Alaska and Russia. The other point is we talked a little bit about China building the Belt Road, and someone mentioned it was a Kane-type effort to establish communication across the world, and it is, in this current situation, it is that. But I mentioned also that sometimes I think if China has the potential of a Constantine. Constantine converted to Christianity, and he made it the state religion. And I think that's always a possibility with China, because it's located very close to Korea. And if they recognize the value of what true parents have brought to this world, then it could very easily be adopted into China. My hope and wish is that will happen someday down the road. Anyway, those are my reflections this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Corley. And last, I'd like to call on Bruce Clark to share with us his reflection.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. I shared, I thought about this, the tunnel and the Bering Strait tunnel bridge. I've looked at that and I thought, wow, this is really hard, technically speaking, but, it can be done. And it's like a lot of things, I think, in history, where at one point, sending a man to the moon seemed impossible. But, technology is just a matter of will, and it can be done. And I think that with a given matter of time and political interest, these things can be accomplished, because true parents are behind that. It's a vision. Great things always begin with, somebody having a vision and others buying into it. So as true parents receive the acclaim and recognition that they certainly deserve, it will happen. It may take a long time, but it's a beautiful vision, and it will help build a world of peace. And I look forward to traveling across it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. All right, on to announcement. Pretty much just one. Congratulations to all 2075 couples. Yes, your 41st anniversary. I remember it was just a year ago. Seems like it was yesterday when some of you went on a cruise to celebrate your 40th anniversary. But congratulations. Happy for you. And yeah, hopefully you receive a bouquet or something from your children. I don't know. Okay, and with that, we're going to go into our Chonshin One prayer. And so I'd like to invite our pastor, Atushi Sekino, to offer representative prayer. The purpose behind this is to open up our hearts and mind to kind of enter into this new providence of True Mother, to be able to understand her heart and also understand what God wants for us at this time. So Pastor Kino will offer the opening prayer, the representative prayer, and then we'll go into a 3.5-minute unison prayer.
Yeah, okay. So one announcement today, the Korea, every day they have a prayer budget nighttime from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. 12 midnight, and today is 800 times the celebration. So you all welcome to come to the New Jersey Clifton Church from 9 a.m. and we connecting to the Korea, and we like to we want you to have an experience. What is the true mother's attention right now in Korea, and the Dr. Demian and Dr. Kim really encourage us to connecting to the Chonshin prayer. So all you are invited in. I think that all churches should, the Reverend Danklik asking to connect to the Chonshin 800th anniversary today, this morning. Okay, so please join me, prayers, brothers and sisters. The most precious Heavenly Parent, our loved true parents, true mother and true father always encourage us and emphasize unity of the spiritual world and the physical world. Now, more good ancestors and spirit come down to the physical world, and they want to support us because they know what is the spiritual world. They know God. They know true Father. They know true parents. Heavenly Parents, many people receiving the miracle through the prayer. Many people healing by Chonshin prayer and the providence. So please, God, giving your heart and the spirit to everyone here joining this Zoom call, and the people who are connecting to us, and not only that, all your children, please continue to love and give your spirit. Prayer always listen to you. Prayer is change our atmosphere. If you truly believe, pray, and God give us the wisdom and His inspiration, even miracles. Heavenly Parents, we will start pray from Chonshin, New Jersey, to connecting to the all families. Please, all blessed families, ancestors, guide them, protect them, even healing first gen parents and second gen children. And in the future, we want to give the wonderful gift to our children, our future generations, peace world. Even right now, we have so many conflict of war. That is a human history. But we want to stop that. True Mother want to stop this such a sad history. And the new future generation, we like to give them wonderful God, Heavenly Parents world. And they can truly express their heart and their ability, Hyojon culture, art, and music or any other categories, if they have a passion, they can fully to express their passion in the peace world. That kind of the world we like to create right now. Even our generation give the 100% sacrifice, but we really want to give the wonderful gift to next generation. Parents, father, mother, thank you very much to give me such a wonderful life and a wonderful opportunity living with you in very important era of the human history. I pray before this, my name, Atsushi Takino, Namiko Takino, Blessed Central Family, adieu.
Adieu. Adieu. Okay, let us all now pray together our 3.5.
Heavenly Parents,
Parents, thank you so much for
Morning, Heavenly Parents, our
Parents, thank you so much for gathering here. Traditions for our parents,
Together with
some
the
of
brothers
the
and sisters.
and true Father in
sharing
heaven,
the
we
mother
stand before you today.
your God,
each one of us,
environment,
Children, we stand
the
before you today
like
our
here,
Father,
and
our
children,
ancestors
who
the anniversary
are
of
you
have
9 to
told
be
brought
dedication
to overcome
to realize your ideals,
try
dreams.
enormous
It's everything that you have longed for from the very
right now.
Thank you.
parents.
Giving the true
Before you
parents,
today,
for our hearts, Father.
sons and daughters who are unworthy of your love, but you love so much.
Same thing
Representative here on this earth.
about
Thank you, Heavenly Parents, and we're so grateful
The elders of each
for what you've done. So grateful for all
true
that
parents,
you've
a destiny,
done to this very moment.
righteous people, Father, who
So
a history,
are members, those who are righteous.
whole
give up on us,
So
forgive up on us,
we like to stop
with us,
future
step at a
generation
time.
pray, Father, for
Until we establish
the
your lineage
wonderful
with your
gift
beloved Son, Jesus.
Jordan's
can
daughter.
live
Pray for
joy,
and Yunsuk Yola,
Beloved daughter,
who can unite together with our true
their
mothers.
talent, not being talent,
fields where we could finally be born,
can really
where true children could
appreciate
finally
All things can start to
happy
come
opportunity
together.
for everyone who ever lived.
environment,
Turn,
Pray
a war,
2025,
no
Father,
more conflict
turn to a state of
peace
in
started.
the world,
harmony,
bring light,
joy.
peace,
Taking care of
Parents,
our
that's what
brothers
you've
and
longed
sisters
for
in the
us
north.
to be
Heavenly
happy,
Parents,
Yeah,
pray strongly
to return joy to your
for
happy.
prayer,
You're the last king,
Shinran,
joy, but you
difficulty,
upon us.
History.
And so at this time,
yeah,
as a
beloved, enter
family,
history where
Korean family,
God,
by your only begotten daughter,
Heavenly Parents,
we ask you to open our hearts,
everybody
minds,
is not
ask you to open our souls and our spirits to be able
living
to
God,
understand what it is that we
can
are
do
at this time,
anything,
understand what it is that we are to know.
impossible,
Hallelujah, parents. We want
fully
these new parents,
live
sensations,
desire,
thereof. We got daughter, we want to be able to everything you envision come to fruition at this time. Please help our hearts and minds to us in the direction that we
our second generation,
parents, and we can understand
our
and have the courage
generation, way, don't know what is the
into the
purpose of
truth,
the life,
which
don't
or that you have so long envisioned
God, Heavenly
the future.
true parents,
And later you can world
they are such
what you had envisioned. Please
family.
understand us,
I'm
hearts, minds,
children, time actually really struggling
So much for your love, your grace, and our blessing.
Okay, morning
Jew. All right. So thank you all. Yes, Chonshimon prayer, day 4. Hey, we're doing it, and once again, it's going to be every day. So feel free to, because of our assistant pastor Takino-san, we're connected to Chonshimon, and he did say that there's something from 9 a.m. today, right, Takino-san?
Yes.
From 9 to 12, there's celebrating the 800th day of the vigil. The vigil is for the purpose of the unity of North and South Korea, and to understand our true mother. So from 9 a.m. to 12, there's going to be a vigil, and the link is only available if you contact your pastor. So I believe sometime this morning we'll receive the link, we'll send it to our pastors, and they ask for you to gather at the church. But if you can't gather at the church, please contact your pastor, and the link will be sent to you directly. It's not supposed to be shared publicly, but you have to ask your pastors for it. So that's how you'll be able to participate in this. But with that about wraps up today's morning hood, okay? Exactly 7 o'clock, but thank you all for joining. Just wonderful seeing you all this morning. Today is day 4, and who can guess what today was? It's the stars, the moon, the sun, pretty much everything out there. And then the sky is cleared up. We could finally see them, and so let's appreciate our luminary bodies today. You know, our true father is Sun, Myung, Moon, right? So he's also a luminary body that's looking down on us today. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Congratulations!
birthday.
Happy anniversary!
That's right.
Happy
anniversary. Thank you, Rest
Are we going to
Thank you.
Wonderful day,
maybe
everyone.
if we want to do that, maybe we can drop him off if he needs a ride.
Thank you, Koji. Yeah, Koji.
Yeah,
You are already abandoning everything. Just don't even leave.
Yeah, you're the only
Don't
fan.
even say goodbye. People can see your front.
Thank you all. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. We're going to close the Zoom room now in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3,